What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we've got another Ask Hippo on this fine Sunday evening, I guess, when you're watching this. Sadly, school tomorrow. It's been a really good 2 weeks off, but that obviously means uploads will slightly slow down. You've probably been noticing that I have been uploading like twice a day every now and then, so that is going to slow down slightly, but I still have one surprise for you tomorrow, which some people might already know. So yeah, you'll obviously see that tomorrow, but today's Ask Hippo, and we've got quite a few good questions, as we usually do. So yeah, let's get straight into this week's Ask Hippo. Okay, the first few questions are from Scooby, and his questions are: if you could be in any game, what would it be? The most raced car ever. And question 3: what's your favourite TV show besides Top Gear? So number 1, if I could be in any game, what would it be? So that's obviously any game at all. Oh my god, there's quite a few. I guess Horizon would be quite cool to be in, like just to be in that festival area, but you wouldn't want to have like a festival every day because then you just get bored. GTA would be pretty mad because you could just like basically just blow things up and explosions, and that'd be pretty cool. And you'd always, it doesn't really matter what game you go in because you would always respawn. So really, if you think about it, like GTA 5 PC with mods, you basically always respawn and you'd have whatever you want. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna cheat there. I'm gonna say GTA 5 with mods because you can respawn and have whatever you want. So yeah, that's my answer to my first question. Question number 2, I can't remember what it's called, but I'll get a picture up now. It's like a Nats K. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, the baby, the rice is real on that. So that is the most rice car ever. And the question 3. Your favourite TV show besides Top Gear? Top Gear wouldn't even be my favourite TV show, I don't think. I don't watch many TV shows nowadays. The Office again was good. Walking Dead is good. Breaking Bad was alright. Prison Break was alright. Fifth Gear was alright for a long time. To be honest, honestly, like, I think YouTube generally, like, I have a lot more favourite YouTubers than TV shows. But if I had to pick a TV show, I don't know, it depends what mood I'm in, really. I think the answer would change depending on my mood. But I'm going to say for now, it's Walking Dead. I think the last season ended really strongly. So yeah, I'm going to say Walking Dead for that one. Alright, the next question is from the King of Rices, and he has 3 questions. Number 1, would you rather milk a straggly goat with your hands or milk NFS fans with crappy DLC? PS, you get to keep the milk. That's actually a really good question. If all midnight purple colour paint was in existence, what would you use to colour your R32? And how fast do you think the FOD GT can cause confusion and delay? I'll say those 3 questions are very unique. So I'd definitely use the goat, because that I'd actually, like, imagine all that beautiful goat milk you could get. Yeah, baby. If midnight purple wasn't in existence, what would I use? Midnight blue. I'm going to cheat and say midnight blue. And how fast do you think the FOD GT how fast do you think you could drive the FOD GT before you could cause confusion and delay? Not very fast, I think. The thing is, a lot of people at this point are going to be very confused as what those questions even mean, especially the last one. So I'm just going to move on swiftly and suavely. Okay, the next question is from MuckRacer GT2, and his questions are: what do you think of the cops versus racer mechanic if it was in an underground game? What do you think about the people who are associated with the whole kind of exotics and tuner scene, like in Need for Speed, like that kind of split you have in the community? I guess is what he's saying there. The crew or most wanted 2012, and question 4 is: who are you partnered with? So number 1, if cops versus racers were in underground, I'd be fucking pissed. You know, to add cops in the game itself, I think is a bit dodgy. But then to add the cops versus race mechanic, I think I'd be very, very annoyed. And I'd be fucking pissed. So if they did that, I'd be very annoyed indeed. And if they, yeah, I'd just be so pissed off. So I'm assuming you're talking about having like a cop career mode and a racer career mode. I'd get so pissed off if you could play as a cop in underground. So yeah, that's just my opinion. And number 2, what do you think of the split in the community between the exotics and the tuner guys? So like the people who were talking about rivals and hop shoot being roots, and then like underground and most wanted being roots and stuff. I think it's fucking pathetic. If you are one of those people that is arguing in the comments over the whole roots thing, you are pathetic. It's a joke. You know, like everyone's got their preferences. If you're arguing about this, you're a fucking joke, and just unsubscribe. I don't want you to be part of this community if you are arguing about that kind of stuff. It's so petty and so pathetic. You know, like, you don't understand how bad you make yourself look. You're arguing over a video game. Like, okay, you can argue about games, don't get me wrong, but when it's something so petty like this, like, come on, just like grow up a bit, you know? Like, this is supposed to be a mature community. Why are you making yourself look like a tool? I don't know. That's my perception on things. If you are in part of this kind of like roots thing, it's pathetic. It's a pathetic thing to do, and that's just what I think. The Crew or Most Wanted 2012, without a shadow of a doubt, it's the Crew. Most Wanted 2012 was a shit game. Like, I hated that game. A lot of people enjoyed it, but I just straight up hated that game. And question 4, who were you partnered with? I recently left Maker Studios, which is like Disney, which they're so bad. Don't ever go to Maker Studios if you are going to start up a YouTube channel. They are the worst partnering company ever. Yeah, so I was with Maker Studios, and now I'm with Freedom, which is another company. They're actually really good. They've got a lot of things on offer to like YouTubers and stuff, like sponsorships and stuff, but I don't think I'm gonna roll with any of them. That's just not my style. So they are really good for helping you start up as well. Like, they are quite a good partnering company. But honestly, I don't know. I mean, I've only been there for a few weeks now, so I can't say too much, but they haven't really been an issue. Like Maker Studios, I think the problems were more in the long term, so really to answer that question, I'd have to answer it in like 6 months time to see where I am then. But yeah, that's who I partnered with. Okay, the next 3 questions are from Urban Daz, and his questions are Initial D or Wangan Midnight, Gran Turismo or Forza, including the Horizon sub-series, and his final question is, excluding NFS, what was your favourite racing game made from 2004 to 2007? So, Wangan Midnight or Initial D, if you don't know what those are, they're like Japanese anime about racing cars. Honestly, I couldn't pick between the two. I feel like they're both different types of programs, like they have different motives behind them, so I couldn't really pick between those two. But I don't know, they are very different. They're very different in what they set out to do. Wangan Midnight's more hardcore drama, and it's more gritty, it's more adult in a way. And then Initial D is kind of light-hearted fun, and it's just cool to watch, and you know, it's just, you know, it's Initial D. So I couldn't pick between the two, so sorry. And number 2, Gran Turismo or Forza, including the Horizon sub-series. Now, honestly, if you didn't say including the Horizon sub-series, I would have gone Gran Turismo. But if you're including Horizon, it's got to be Forza all the way. Like, there's just so many possibilities in Horizon, and you know, with them only going to be making more, the possibilities are going to be endless. You know, you're going to be able to go to, like, you've got Colorado for the first one, you've got the whole of Southern Europe, or, well, not the whole of Southern Europe, you've got France and Italy in Horizon 2, and then if they went to like Japan for Horizon 3, that would be mad. So honestly, if you didn't say Horizon sub-series, I would have went Gran Turismo, but you said Horizon sub-series, so I'm going to go for Forza on that one. And number 3, excluding NFS, what was your favourite racing game from 2004 to 2007? Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition was really good. Because honestly, NFS was the main racing game I played back then. But yeah, Midnight Club Dub Edition was really good. It'd have to be a Midnight Club game. Midnight Club LA, that came out in 2009. So I'm going to say Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. That was a really good game. Really enjoyed that. There isn't many other games which, I'm trying to think, what are the games? I mean, does GT5 Prologue count? I mean, that was a good game. I don't know. I think overall I'd have to go for Midnight Club though. That was an all-round, well-solid game that had a lot of customization, and it was really good for the time. So I'm going to say for the third one, it's probably Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition LA Remix with the Tokyo expansion and everything. That was so cool. I remember playing that for the first time around a friend's house and being able to go to Tokyo, which was so cool. So yeah, Midnight Club 3 definitely. Before we go on to the next question, I will say that Burnout 3 Takedown was a really good game from that period. but I didn't really play it. Like, it was just there. Like, I didn't really own and play the game. So Burnout 3 Takedown was a really good game from what I played around friends' houses and stuff, but I never really played it. So yeah, anyway, we'll move on straight into the next question, which is from Feeding the Dragon, and he's got 3 questions. Question number 1, which game has the best soundtrack in your own opinion? Number 2, what car should he use to make Baron's Porsche from Midnight Club LA? And can you imagine an imaginary manager managing a imaginary managerie? Have fun reading this one out loud. Okay, so that was kind of a troll, the last one. So the best soundtrack is probably this is hard, like really hard. Underground 2, I still think to this day had a good one. Underground 1 had a really good soundtrack. All the Need for Speeds from like Hop Shoot 2 to Most Wanted 2005 had good soundtracks, and even Pro Street had a good soundtrack. Carbon was awful. It was just that score over and over again. I never actually heard the EA like soundtrack because it was always that one score that which kept on playing over and over again, which really annoyed me. Best soundtrack again. Midnight Club LA had a good one. Initial D Extreme Stage had a good one. That's really hard. I'm gonna say, and some people might disagree on this, but Forza Horizon 1, that soundtrack was amazing. Like, when you first loaded up the game and you heard Language play by, was it Porter Robinson? That feeling was amazing. It's like hearing the da-na-na-na-na-na. That was just so cool. Or being in a race and then having like Show Me a Sign play. And it's like, if you hear me now, show me the sign. That was so cool. So I'm going to say Horizon 1 had a really good sound. I think that could possibly be the best. But there's been so many games which I've played and have had good soundtracks for different reasons. It's hard to say, but I think Horizon 1 had the best one that suited the game as well and got me hyped to play the game. So yeah, Horizon 1 probably is the answer for that. Baron's Porsche for Midnight Club LA, what car should you use? Well, I've already seen you make this because you sent me it in for community cars, so I guess that question doesn't really count anymore. And then obviously question number 3, I kind of did it anyway, so yeah. Yeah, that was really awkward. But we'll move on straight on to the last question. Okay, the last question is from the Speedway Gamer, and if you guys haven't seen DrCast yet, you should really watch it because this is what he did when he was drunk. But yeah, question number 1 is, what would you say to your haters that dislike your videos? Question 2, I really want to be Jack Sparrow on a reboot of Pirates of the Caribbean. What would be your reaction if that happened? Okay. And what do you prefer, Mystery City of Carbon or Palmont City? See, you can tell he was drunk when he was asking these questions. So number 1, I'm going to save to the last question that I answer, so I can get these 2 out of the way. So number 3, do you prefer Mystery City or Palmont City? I've never been in Mystery City, so I have to say Palmont City. Although Mystery City could be, Mystery City could just be a myth, you know. I probably offended someone there, but yeah, I've got to say Palmont City because that's the only one I've ever been in. If you were Jack Sparrow in a reboot of Pirates of the Caribbean, the thing is, Jack Sparrow gets bitches, and from DrCast, we've quite clearly found out that you do not get bitches. So I'd be pretty surprised. And question number 1, what would you say to haters that dislike your videos? I'll be like, yo, hi man. Like, I'd be like, yo, hi man, how you doing? So you've been disliking my videos, does that make you feel better? And they'll be like, yes. And I'll be like, cool man, carry on doing it. I don't mind when people dislike my videos. People are like, oh my god, why did you dislike your videos? But honestly, it's got to the point now where if you just dislike a video, I could give 2 shits and a fuck. If you are like that depressed in your life, you're disliking my videos to get some type of like thrill, go for it, man. I'm not stopping you. Like at the end of the videos, I will from now on out say, if you like the video, like it, and if you didn't like it, dislike it, because that's just how I feel about YouTube. Like, I've kind of I forgot to mention the whole dislike thing. I started off doing that like back in the day, and I kind of just stopped doing it, so I need to do that more actually. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like, and if you didn't enjoy, hit the dislike. And on that bombshell, we're going to be ending this video. So, yeah, if you didn't enjoy the video, I guess dislike, and if you did, hit the like, and I will see you in the next video. All my social media is down in the description below, and I will see you tomorrow in a very, very special video. Peace.